This is part one of a two-part video series on how to use a step-down buck converter as an inexpensive voltage regulator for making Gans.
Okay, this is what is called a step-down buck converter module. Now they make, so what it does is you put an input voltage in on this side, and then on this side here you got your output voltage. And so what happens is you control it with this little trimmer pot right here on that. Now, this particular one is pretty much the cheapest ones that you can get because all it does is step it down. Now, they do make these modules that step up and step down, and a step-down module is called a buck converter, and when it steps up and steps down, it's called a buck and boost converter. So buck means the voltage goes down, and boost means the voltage goes up.
The following is a demonstration of how the buck converter functions as a voltage regulator.
I've got one over here, and what I've got is a way to connect the AC adapter to the unit, and this is called a DC power jack with a pigtail. And this is available like pretty much all electronic stores have these. Okay, so I'm just gonna, now one more different thing about this is that this one I put a heat sink on it because the chip that does the bulk of the work, it gets very hot, you know, especially when you draw a lot of current. So it helps to dissipate the heat. The heat sink helps to dissipate the heat and then helps to protect the chip. Okay, so here is an AC adapter that I'm going to be plugging into this. It's a 12-volt AC adapter. So here it goes. So I'm just going to plug it in right here. And right away, see, I got the output voltage set for 2.1 volts. And if I press this button here, the red light lights over on the left half of the board next to where the input is, and it's telling me what the input voltage is. So even though it's a 12-volt AC adapter, it's saying 12.5 volts. So then I press this button, and it tells me, the red light lights up on this side of the board, and it tells me the voltage coming out of it. It's 2.1 volts. And what you do is you use this trimmer pot here and a screwdriver. When I turn the adjustment screw clockwise, I'm increasing the output voltage. The voltage goes up. And I'm decreasing the voltage when I turn the other way. The voltage goes down. So here it goes. It's going down to 1.4, 1.3, and 1.2. Okay, there it is, 1.2. When it hits 1.2, that's rock bottom. This module doesn't go any lower than 1.25 volts, but you won't see 1.25 on here because there's only one digit. Okay, now I'm going to turn it all the way up. 9, at 10, and now we got 11.2, 11.5, 11.9. Okay, that's as high as it goes. That's because this is a buck converter, and it can only step down. It'll go all the way up at not quite 12 volts, but the output voltage will always be less than the input with a buck converter.
Now I want to say something that's really important about using these types of converter modules for making Gans or running other kinds of loads. Because with most buck converters, you can't get the very low end that begins just above zero. The particular task you want to do might require less voltage than the minimum output, so you have to keep that in mind. So this is not an end-all solution for all problems related to voltage control, because the best solution for that is a bench lab supply which goes out to 4 digits. With a 4-digit display, you'll be able to get output voltage as low as 1/100th of a volt, and you'll be able to get current as low as 1 milliamp. So that's what I wanted to say about this. You might run into situations where this falls out of the range of the output voltage that you need. But it is a very cheap solution, and in the rest of the video I'm going to show you how to hook it up. I hope you liked the video. Thank you for watching.